Good evening. Welcome. Here we are back in action tonight on another Tuesday night with ISRL here at the Michigan International Speedway where qualifying is underway. Head and get to let's go as far as qualifying times go. Got a Hyder there in the top spot, 38.4. Ingrid second. John third, Bumlick fourth, Dorsey fifth, Quano sixth, Ari seventh, Raider eighth, Errol ninth. As they continue to qualify, let's go ahead and pull up the championship standings here. Going into last week, we had Hyder, Ari, Rashawn, Lindgren, Hankins, and Bumlick. Webster and Dorsey are your contender 8 coming into the finale here tonight. After tonight's race, we will have the championship 4 set. Going into what happened after last week's race. Pull up those current standings here. Hyder still in that top spot with 1,209 points. Ari second, 21.97. Back up one spot into third with 21.49. Sean there moved down a spot, down to fourth with 21.44. Biggest mover of the week, Michael Dorsey there, up 3 into fifth with 21.25. Hankins dropping down a spot, down to sixth with 21.23. Bumlick down a spot in seventh with 20.88. And Cody Webster rounding out under 8 with 20.85. As you can see there, the remainder of the standings there from 9th all the way to 18th. And 19th all the way to 30th. Aiden Smith rounding out the top 30 in points coming into tonight. 39. Qualifying times here. Look, got 14 drivers laid down a lap time here. Down to last 30 seconds of qualifying. As far as the race info for tonight, Michigan International Speedway, we got an air temp of 67, humidity rate around 37%, winds right around 10 miles an hour. Tonight, these drivers do get 2 sets of tires behind the pit wall, plus the set they start on, so we get 3 total. Score for 100 laps here. Get one stage at lap 50. No. Caution. Red stage. They hit that lap 50 mark. They continue racing. Back them up again. Qualifying is complete. Let's go ahead and get down to the starting grid here this evening, which AJ Hyder, even where he finished last week, grabbing the pole here. 8-4. Congrats goes to AJ on the pole. Nicholas Bumlick there in second. Connor Trafari third. Zach Lindgren fourth. In row 3, we got Michael Dorsey going off fifth. Walker Thomas on the outside of him going to. In row number 4, we got Jared Rashawn there in seventh. Mitch Van Oss rolling off eighth. And row number 5, rolling off ninth, we got Daryl Art. Rolling off 10th on the outside of him, Anthony. In row number 6, rolling off 11th, Jeremy Brown. On the outside of Jeremy, rolling off 12th, Chris Thorpe. In row number 7, rolling off 13th, James Rader. On the outside of James, rolling off 14th, Clinton Seymour. In row 7, Brad Peters in that 05, rolling off 15th. On the outside of Brad, Chase Paquette in that 10, rolling off 16th. And rounding out the field shotgun here this evening, that 91 of Kyle Camper. Drivers to all gridded up. Final checks done before they go ahead and get rolling. Smaller field here. Good flag run here for tonight event. They do have next off a race day, as it is the Christmas holiday. Drivers will be celebrating the festive holiday with their loved one, family member. But up here for the Championship 4 kickoff, September 30th, 2 Tuesdays from now. 4th Wilkesboro Speedway. 200. It kicks off the Championship 4, and then we round out the season January 6th at Charlotte for the Coca-Cola 200. We're crowned even Season 7 champion. But first things first, we gotta go ahead and get this race underway. Go ahead and get ready for that pace car to dive off to the safety of pit road. AJ will have to wait for Barney the flagman to wave the green flag. Cars are getting stacked up here, side by side, bumper to bumper, for that green to drop. And there it is. Green flag is out. We are racing here tonight for the Contender 8 finale at Michigan International Speedway for the ISRL Season 7. Great Lakes 250. Back here a little further. Drop back here to third. Three wide going on back here in battle for 13, 14, 15. Brad here in the 05. You got James right on the outside of Brad. Up here further, you got Jared Rashad and Mitch and Oss doing battle. Further out camera here for the track, more action. Back Lindgren's another one of those drivers got to keep our eye on here as the race goes on. Lock himself into that Championship 4. Thomas here on the inside of the 98 of Anthony. Anthony's trying to get that outside to work. I think down the straightaway he's got a good chance at it, but through these turns here, too, I mean, it's a wide track. As you can see here, Anthony all the way up near the wall. Walker Thomas all the way down almost to the white line on the bottom. Anthony able to make that outside work. He's going to be able to get around Walker. Check up here up front. And now AJ's got about a 3.5 second lead over the 9 of Connor. That's where they run in the championship standings too. Back is Michael Dorsey here, P6, currently down one spot from where he started, but it's only lap 4 of 100. Anything can change from now to lap 98. Now the biggest mover goes to, at 98, Anthony. Currently got 5 spots from where he started tonight's race so far. Hunt down that 77 of Nicholas Bumlick. Started second, currently fourth. Now 2 positions. '98. The outside there of the 77. I don't know how long Anthony's going to be able to make that outside stay. Maybe these drivers start getting the information that Anthony is not only using the outside, but he's making it work. Making it work really good right now. Now he is up to 4. He's going to have that momentum coming out of 2. Ooh, he brushed the wall. Going to mess up his momentum just a little bit. I don't think it's going to be enough. 7. Connor's still trying to get to that 24 of AJ. Right now, he is just doing some passenger driving. Trying to get a feel what AJ is doing here on the short run. Back here to 7th. Ooh, Jerry got a little loose there in 3. A puff of smoke coming out of his right rear. Get that back under full momentum. Blah, blah, blah. At 8 times fast, Dennis. Come on. Potential battle brewing here. Daryl got a little loose coming out of 2. Mitch. Here, if we could back to that. Oh, you sure what happened? Go out here on track. AJ still able to maintain almost a 2/10 of a second lead over Connor right now. Connor has been able to nip at it just a little bit. It was highest over 3/10. That's about 1.5, well, 2/10 of a second. A little bit of a gap there to the 85 of Zach. And a C helmet. A whole lot of battles for position going on right now. They're pretty spaced out. Like right now, the 98 and a 3, the close battle here on track. Like I said, as the run would go on, how long that 98 would be able to keep that outside going. Right now, he's migrated down to that lower side, I should. Lower. Here comes Mike Dorsey on the outside of that 98. That 5th position. Able to have it here coming out turn 4 with that momentum that he's going to be able to carry there on the outside. Plus the little aid of the draft from the 77, but 8. Another battle going on back here with Walker. Here, get a run down the back straightaway with the aid of that draft. Back off a little bit here. Let's back here to Kyle Camper in that 91. Him, he's got Crystal. Harold. 6 machine. Hitting 13. 15. Got Mitch Van Oss here, 182. All by himself here, 11 spot. Now we got a little bit more of a gap going on here between first and second. Almost a half a second. Back here with Jeremy Brown. 8th. Be able to have it there. 2. Gonna be able to run down the back straight. Gonna be able to do anything with it. Like Dorsey and Anthony battle once, or go battle for second though. Backlinger and Kari definitely dropped off here as we're only on lap 15 here. Still 36 laps to go in stage 1. Interesting to see here if Connor's saving a little bit or if he's already used up at right front. Right rear. I heard a little bit of conversation about that right rear potentially being a factor here at this track. Seen a couple cars already get loose coming out of turn. If that's something that continues, or if they start getting that push tight factor going on here later in run. Adjustment. All you. Like here. We could have a potential 4-car battle here. 4. Nicholas Bumlick falling back to 3 of Mike Dort. 98 Anthony. And that 12 of Walker Thomas. There as well. Head here. Let's do a quick cockpit cam with. Oh, you know what? Actually, let's do gyro cam with that 12 of Walker. Ooh, as you see, Walker just got real loose there through 1 and 2. Able to get that under control, though. Definitely seen that handling factor play in here as Hyder has jumped out to a 1.2 second over Connor. Ooh, getting real loose there in 3 and 4. Oh, he's got a full mirror of that 85 of Zach. Zach is looking on the outside of Connor, but we're going to see if he's going to be able to make it stick. Looks like Connor's getting loose coming out of 2. He is going to be able to save it, though, but he's going to fall back. He's 3rd now. Zach takes the 2nd spot away from him. Connor, we're still putting up a fight, but Zach able to prevail over that 9. Now we're going to see if Zach can run down eventually that 24, or does the 24 just run away with it again here tonight? He has led all 21 laps early on. Down to 30 laps to go in stage 1. We have 16 cars on the lead lap. First car lap down, well, actually multiple laps down. Got 2 of Clinton, Deuce, Seymour. Only thing I could think of is dropped out and packet loss or some kind of internet problem. Right now, the closest battle on track, right here. We got Mitch Van Oss, Brad Peters, and Chase Perquet here. 10th, 11th, and 12th. Go ahead and get back here a little bit further with Chris Thornton, James Rader, Darrell. Another 3-packer here. This is for 13th, 14th, 15th as, well, 42 is going to go ahead and drop back a little bit. You got major loose coming out of 2 there. Somehow he was able to save that. I had to say major. Oh well. Anywho, back up here with Mike Dorsey trying to get down to the inside of that 77 of Nicholas Bumlick. Not going to be able to do it yet. Now he's got that 12 of Walker. Still got to work on the bike too. Keeps cutting out. That helps it any. As Walker is the inside of Dorsey. But I think he's gonna, he's not gonna be able to get him on the back straightaway. He's really gonna have to clear him through the turn if he's gonna make that bottom work. But he's also gonna have to make it stick. It's a very wide track, but that car on the outside of you comes up to you pretty quickly if you get just a little squirrely through the turn. But currently right now, AJ got a 1.8, 1.9 second lead over Zach Lindgren. This guy is in a different zip code when it comes to Season 7 here with the ISRL. He's looking to sweep the Contender 8. Zach Lindgren is living on a prayer right now, hoping that Hyder is going to use his stuff up here. But based on history with that 24, I do not see that happening. Zach's going to have to pull some kind of bold strategy to have a shot just based on what we've been seeing throughout the season here with that 24. I know a lot of the season has not been broadcasted, but from what I've seen, sitting behind the wheel earlier on in the season and then now in the playoffs broadcasting for the ISRL, that 24 is just on a different level this season. Drop back here with Mitch, who is currently 10th, down 2 spots from where he started the race. See Brad Peters there in that 05, really using the Larson line, as people like to call it, right up against that wall. And that's one benefit about a track like Michigan. You can use the bottom, you can use the middle, you can use that high side. As Jeremy Brown able to get around Walker. Walker's just above that first groove. James Brown was way below that, almost to the white line. Hugging the white line, actually. But down the straightaway, you see Walker get a good run. And he's going to back it off a little earlier. Now he's going to run that third lane, corner. Quarter of the way up, 3/4 of the way up. Oh, Clinton crashed. Let's go see what happened to Clinton. Ooh, got loose coming out of 2. Boom! Hard lick into that outside wall. And then he is going to go ahead and tow it. Oh, he's going to go ahead and drive it off to the track. That engine is toast. So, Clinton, the Deuce, is out of contention here this evening. Not saying he can't get that engine repaired, but he is going to be sitting there an awfully long time. Definitely not a way he wanted to end the contender 8 round here for him. Ooh, Connor really loose there through 3 and 4. Somehow kept it off the wall. He was really up against that wall and was reminded me of the old school cup cars where they really had that rear end wedged out. So I do know they will have to make a pit stop. They absolutely cannot go 100 laps at this track without pitting. When do they come down? Well, we still got 18 laps to the end of stage 1. Brad is on pit road. I don't think that's a scheduled stop. It might be. You might do it in thirds, 33, 33, and run it out. He's going to go a lap down now with that 24 getting around him. But right now, they're really, well, the closest battle right here with Walker, Dorsey, and Michael Dorsey just came on the radio saying he's coming down pit road. Going to go ahead and slow that machine down and get the safety of pit road, as well as the 9 of Connor Trafari. He's on pit road as well. All right. So it is going to be a 2-stop race. Zach Lindgren coming down pit road this time. Ooh. You gonna be able to get it slowed down? Man. That was close for Zach, but I think he was able to. That 46 of Jeremy Brown also down pit road. Chase Burquette coming out of pit road. Brad getting around that. Oh, that's the 182. Okay, Brad already made his pit stop. AJ on pit road. He's going to make his pit stop here. We still got 15 to go to the end of stage 1. Now 14 laps to go. As Nicholas Bumlick is out front. Walker Thomas second, Jared Rashawn third, Anthony Polituano fourth. Go ahead and throw up the pit strategy here real quick. You hear they've been out of here. The top 10 have been out here 36 laps. Connor Trafari just made his pit stop 2 laps ago. Would be shocked if they stayed out to the end of the stage. I don't think they could, based on fuel. For his last lap times here, let's go ahead and throw those up here onto the ticker for everyone. See there, Connor with a 39.120, Lindgren with a 39.051, and Bumlick with a 48.39. Well over a second lower than those who just pitted. As car logos go, we got Chevy, and then from 2nd to 6th, we got Ford. Chevy, Ford, Chevy, Chevy. Your top 10. Walker Thomas is on pit road, as well as Jared. And here comes that 98 of Anthony on pit road. More pit stops going to take place here under green flag. We are 11 laps to the end of the one and only stage here for the ISRL at Michigan here tonight. So I don't see Nicholas staying out here too much longer. Now Mitch is up to 2nd. And Mitch, well, as I say that, Mitch is coming down pit road. He just came over the radio. He's on pit road making his scheduled pit stop. Looks like James is going to be able to take over. So it's Daryl and Chris Thornton. Now we are down to 6 drivers who have not pitted yet. But we got more drivers. We got the 72 making a pit stop. We got the 77 coming down pit road. Is he going to slow it down? I think he was able to. James Rader is going to come down pit road this time. And we'll see here if Daryl Stays out. Darrell's going to go ahead and stay out here. Got Darrell and Chris Thornton. I don't think Darrell has not led a lap yet. Nicholas has led 6 laps. Darrell is looking to lead his first lap here tonight at Michigan. We're getting ready to come down to 8 laps to go in the stage 1. And Darrell's coming down pit road as well as Chris Thornton. And AJ, he's going to retake the lead and lead his 37th lap. Darrell, even though he stayed out an extra lap, he did not lead a lap. I think they do get a bonus point if they lead a lap, if I'm not mistaken. So it's back to AJ first, Zach Lindgren second here as we're coming down, get ready to come to 7 laps to go. Connors in third. Brad Peters here. Actually, Chase right there on the back bumper of the 98. This is the closest battle on track. Well, as I say that, well, that's Darrell coming out of pit road. I'm like, James Rader is really not around Darrell, but yeah, Darrell coming out of pit road after his pit stop. Put him back down in the 14th position. Clinton's been on pit road going on 9.5 minutes now. He is out in pit road smoking it up. Somebody needs to tell Clinton there's no smoking on pit road. Drop back here to 10th with Chase. He's trying to chase down the 98 of Anthony. Currently sitting in P9. Comes Darrell up to the 72. He may be able to get around that 72, or is he going to lay back and let the 72 keep 13th? Darrell's got the fresher tires out of the 2. Darrell's going to take it down to the inside, down to the apron. He's going to take over 13th. Give 13th to Darrell. He's looking to get himself back up to where he started. He started 9th, currently 13th. Or is your biggest movers of the race here so far. It's a tie between the 10 of Chase, currently sitting here in 10th, and Jeremy Brown at 46 machine here in 5th, but he's got company with at 12 of Walker Thomas. Walker's going to take over that position, so well, for now anyway, here comes Jeremy down to the inside trying to get a run, but not going to be able to do anything with it. But he's going to have that draft on the straightaway. Got 3 laps to go in stage 1. So far, it's been clean and green. AJ is going to take that 2 to go here for stage 1. 2 more times around, we will crown the stage points to, I think it's the top. Oh, whoa, who is that? Is that Daryl? Whoa, what happened to Daryl? Let's rewind that in real time. Looks like coming out of 2, he just, got loose coming out of 2. Thank God for all that pavement down there. So Daryl, after his check my shorts moment, he's going to get ready to go a lap down with that 24 right behind. Ooh, Daryl brushed the wall coming out of 2. Daryl's going to go a lap down. Now we got 4 cars a lap down, 3 of which are still on track. Daryl, Chris, and Kyle Camper. The Deuce Man is, like I said, smoking on pit road. Sure, his pit crew and those pit crew members on the opposing teams are not enjoying inhaling all that lovely engine smoke. But he's also in the car, breathing all that in. Virtually, not reality, guys. Virtually. I'm sure he's out of ooh. Sim seat in frustration. Not the way he wanted his night to go. I don't think they did a podcast last week. I didn't see anything where they posted. And now James Rader pulled a Daryl moment. Got not as big as a Daryl moment, but definitely got loose coming out of 2. And I think it's the AJ effect. Just saw a picture of Aiden Kirker, the league owner here for the ISRL. He made it to the South Pole today. So enjoy that frigid weather. You can keep it. Actually, you can take what's here and take it with you. It was yesterday, actually. Not today, yesterday. Yeah, I'm so far behind on the Discord that I don't even know what day it is. It's actually the 16th. What does that say yesterday? The 14th. That you posted that. So that was 2 days ago. Well, it isn't 9:30 yet, so that's why. I'm assuming. But AJ still leading the way. Zach is sitting here 6 seconds back. He's probably scratching his head trying to figure out what AJ's got as far as I don't know how do you describe it. I mean, lack of better terms, talent. Ryder is just schooling these guys. Mitch Van Oss here coming up, trying to get up to that 10 of Chase. Readjust my seat here real quick, get a little bit more comfortable. We're down to the last stretch here, 45 laps to go. in the race. So far, we have not had a caution. We're on lap 57 now of 100. AJ is your leader. We've had 2 lead changes. As far as the weather currently, it is 66 degrees out there, or 19 degrees Celsius for everybody else out there in the world. Winds out of the northeast at 13 miles an hour, or 22 kilometers per hour. Overcast out here in Michigan tonight. Humidity at 35%. As far as the race analysis goes, 100 laps. We already did the stage, and the final stage is 50. Give everybody a quick recap here of the current points coming into tonight with the top 8. AJ Hyder, who is currently P1. Connor Trafari, second in the standings, currently P3 in tonight's race. Then you got Zach Lindgren, who's third coming into tonight in points. He is second right now. Then you got Jared Rashawn, who's all the way back here in 9th. In tonight's race, he came in 4th. If the Championship 4 started tonight, Jared would be in. But you got Mike Dorsey, who is 3 positions ahead of him. He's currently in 6th. He came in tonight's race in points in 5th position. Then you got Hankins, who's not out here on track tonight, so he will not be in the championship for it. Then you got Nicholas Bumlick, who's out here on track. He's currently 5th. He came in tonight's race 7th, so he will definitely overtake 6th. And then you got Cody Webster, who is not out here on track. So, out of those contender 8, only 6 of them are out here racing. Man, Clinton's really smoking it up. Oh yeah, he's definitely smoking in that car. You could see it. Man, he's Snoop Dogging it tonight. Actually, I think Snoop would be jealous of that. Get back here with Mitch trying to catch that 17 of Jared. That would be a battle for the 9th position. We have 12 cars on the lead lap. Brad Peters is the last car on the lead lap, back there in the 12th position. There you go. Jared almost hit the wall there coming out of 2. But Mitch, ever so slightly, gained just a little bit more ground there on that 17. And I would imagine here, probably within the next 10 to 15 laps, the last round of pit stops. As Don't really want to get off what's going on right here because this is the closest battle on track currently. But I am keeping my eye on Mike Dorsey, who is about a half second back from Nicholas. No, I'm sorry. Got that wrong. Jeremy Brown is a half second. Well, now it's down to like 3/10 of a second. Ooh, Jeremy smacked that wall out of 4. Oh, man. I'm almost would imagine that he's got a little bit of wheel damage on that. I'd be shocked if he didn't, because that was a hard lick coming out of 4. Ooh, Jared, once again, he's got a fetish with that turn 2 wall. He hasn't hit it yet, but he's come as close as you can get without hitting it. Hyder has now completed lap 65. Brad Peters is about now halfway through completing lap 65. He is sitting here 28 seconds back from that 24. What these guys want to see right now is a caution. However, none of these guys want to be the caution. I think, ooh, Anthony might have hit that wall out of 2. And Michael Dorsey just came on the radio. He's coming on to pit road for his last pit stop. Last set of tires getting ready to go on in that 3 machine. Yeah, I do apologize for the late start on the broadcast tonight. I had a little issue getting it going. I think the restream key expired on me, which I don't use, so I don't even know why I have it. But I had to get on there and get that going real quick. I had to pull up another link for the broadcast because I just thought it was YouTube screwing up on me, and no, it was operator error. That happens a lot. But AJ still in that top spot. He's got a 6.5 second lead over that 85 Zach Lindgren here in second. Then you drop back about a little over a second back to third. You got Connor Trafari, who's sitting 7.7 seconds back from the leader. Then you drop almost 5.5 seconds back here to the 12 of Walker Thomas, who is currently 4th. Right behind Walker, you got that 77 of Nicholas Bumlick, who is currently running that P5 position. Then 6th through 10th, you got Jeremy Brown here in that 46 machine, currently 6th. 3.7 seconds back from him, you got Anthony Colatuano in that 98, running 7th. As we got Brad Peters on pit road, making his scheduled pit stop, his final pit stop of tonight's race. But back here to Anthony, he is sitting about 3.5 seconds back from Jeremy Brown. 21.5 seconds back from the leader. Then you got Jared in 8th. He is 2.5 seconds back from Anthony. 24 seconds back from the leader, Chase Paquette's on pit road. So that's your 10th place driver on pit road. Get up here to 9th with Mitch Van Oss in the 182. He is 24.5 seconds back from the leader as the 85 is coming down pit road. As well as the 9 of Connor is drifting it onto pit road. It'd be interesting to see if he got slowed down in time. We'll have to keep our eye there on his pit stop time. As we're down to 29 laps to go here tonight at Michigan for the Great Lakes 250. AJ has been the all-star of tonight's race. So yes, Connor did get somehow he was able to get that car slowed down at a 45-degree angle, smoking it all the way to the cone. Speaking of smoking, he stopped smoking. You got 91 of Kyle Camper on pit road, making his final pit stop of this evening. Now we are down to 7 cars on the lead lap. At 182, Mitch Van Oss, your last driver on the lead lap. He's going to go ahead and get around, well, get passed by that 10 of Chase, who just made his pit stop. Jared's going to get passed by him as well. Now the 182 is going to get around, well, try to get around Jared here using the inside. Jared's going to have that momentum on the outside, though, on the worn tires. Got the 05 and Brad Peters coming up on both these guys. You see the speed difference between the new and old tires right there live. And out the window, pitting. Who is pitting? Who is pitting? Definitely, yes. Here he comes, the 24, the leader, onto pit road. Now well, depending on what Walker does, he's not coming down pit road. He's going to stay out here. And Nicholas Bumlick's going to stay out as well. See here, Jeremy Brown's going to stay out. Anthony Twana is going to stay out. Mitch is going to stay out. So you got AJ and Jared on pit road. Now the question is, when does Walker come down pit road as well as Nicholas? Because you both know, well, they both have to come down pit road. We know that. And the question is when. Are they banking on possibly a late caution coming out? I mean, Hyder's still on the lead lap. He's 26 seconds back now from the leader. And he's here with the 9 and 85. Made short work of the 9. Now he's going to try to get up to the 85. This is the battle for the lead when pit stops are complete. See Connor all over the back there of the 24. That battle here coming out of turn 2. Zach is going to be able to hold it for now. Somebody was pitting. Jeremy Brown on pit road. That's who it was. Okay. Well, AJ back in front of those two drivers. So that was the battle for the lead once everybody makes their pit stop. This battle for the lead right now. We got Walker and Nicholas going at it. Right now, Walker's going to be able to hold off. I don't know, though. Coming out, Nicholas got the outside. And I think, yes, Bumlick led that lap as the 98 is coming down pit road. Smoking it up. Don't hit the... Ooh. Almost ended his night. Much better handling that situation than I would have been. I would have freaked out. And I probably would have hit the barrier. Walker Thomas is coming down pit road. He's getting that thing woed down to the pit road speed limit here, which, if I'm not mistaken, is 55. So now Bumlick is out here with 19.7 second lead over now the second place driver, AJ Hyder. Back is here in third, but he's got a rear view full of that 9 of Connor Trafari. Now, all we're waiting for is that 77 to come down pit road, for that 24 to reclaim the lead. And I think it's safe to say, with 20 laps to go, Bumlick has only led 9 laps. AJ has led 70 laps. AJ has led the most laps here tonight. I don't think there's any question about that. Here, James Rader trying to get up to that 3 of Michael Dorsey. This is battle for, as I hit the mic there, battle for 5th. And Nicholas is on pit road. Bam. I think he got it low down in time. Now AJ is going to go ahead and reclaim the lead with 17 laps to go. Well, 18 laps to go. Now he had a 6-second lead. Now it's a second lead. But AJ, I would imagine, will grow that into about a 4 or 5 second lead here in a matter of, I don't know, 7 to 10 laps. James Rader just came on the radio saying he's got to come down pit road. And here comes James Rader on to pit road. I think Darrell still got to come down to make his final pit stop. Here comes Darrell. And that Big dog number 6 making his final pit stop here at Michigan for tonight. Here at the Great Lakes 250, where it's been green from the start. No cautions, all green flag, both pit stops under green flag. Final 15 laps, AJ just hoping that there isn't a late race caution where it gets stacked up. But strategy's all out the window because everybody's on their last set. Connor here in third. Go ahead and get cockpit cam here with that 9. Go see the leader out there, but he is way out there. Almost 4 seconds ahead of this 9 of Connor. He actually disappears for a little bit there with that A pillar. Blocking the view there of the lead. Ooh, big moment there for the 9. I'm going to do a blimp cam here just to show you guys how big of a lead AJ has over Zach right now. About almost 3.4 seconds. And nowhere is the 85. Let me get back here to Zach. And you can see Connor there at the tail end of that. We're ready to come down to 11 laps to go here tonight. 11 more laps, and the Great Lakes 250 will be complete. Mike Dorsey here in 6th. Trying to we got a switchy gluey going on with Brad Peters and Mitch Van Oss. That's a battle for 11th. Step away real quick. You got the 98 and the 182. 10. Looks like Mitch is going to prevail over that 98. The 98 almost hit the wall. You've seen that a few times here tonight with the about 4 or 5 different drivers here. Now Mitch is trying to chase down that 10 of Chase. Ooh, Chase got loose out of 4. Mitch is going to take over 9th. Back up here. Quick recap. 24. Leading away. Got about a 4.4 second lead over Zach now, who's sitting here in second. Still got Connor here in third, Walker Thomas fourth, Nicholas Bumlick, your top five. '98 and 10 doing battle. Chase looking out of the inside of Anthony. Looks like Chase is going to have the 10th position down the straightaway. Yeah. It must look closer on the camera than it does in the car. The really close battle that we got on track currently between Chase and Anthony. These two drivers are battling out like it's the last lap. Ooh, Anthony got loose out of two. But he's able to keep the momentum somehow. Down the back straightaway into turn 3. Definitely can't say Anthony's not giving his 100. He's out here wheeling that machine. It's definitely a handful for him tonight here at Michigan. We're down to 6 laps to go. Well, actually coming to 5 laps to go as AJ crosses the line. Now we're at an even 5 seconds. Well, was even. As now Chase is falling back a little bit off of that 98. These guys are crossing the start-finish line. AJ's coming out of turn 4. Sure, Brad Peters just there he is here. We do a rear chase cam. There's that 24 right there coming out of turn 2. That NOS Energy 05 of Brad. AJ's got 3 more laps to go here. He crosses the start-finish line. And he will sweep the Contender 8. Set sail for the Championship 4. Coming up here in 2 weeks. Kicking off at North Wilkesboro Speedway. We'll be coming up here on December, what is it, 30th? Taken. Yes, December 30th will be the kickoff of the Championship 4 here for the ISRL. And we round it out on January 6th at Charlotte. Ooh, AJ into the wall going into turn 1. We're down to 2 laps to go here. I mean, he's got a 5-second lead, but now is not the time to be messing with that wall, AJ. You've been dominating the race here all night long. You can coast it from here. Coming out of turn number 4 here for the second to last time. Coming down to get that white flag. 1 more lap to go here for that 24. Can AJ finish it out here? Close it out with a victory and a sweep here for the Contender 8 round. Down the back straightaway for AJ. One more set of turns to get through, and AJ can claim victory at Michigan in a dominating fashion. Coming out of turn 4 for the final time. AJ with the sweep. Led 87 laps officially here tonight. Zach Lindgren grabbing second. Connor Trafari finishing third. All right, folks. Well, we will go ahead here, step away, get our top 3 up here in the broadcast booth. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Alrighty, folks, welcome back. We have found the top 3. Let's go ahead and get the interviews underway, starting first with that number 9 of Connor Trafari. Let's get him down to the broadcast booth. All right, well, Connor, not the night that you wanted, but still finishing third here tonight at Michigan. Go ahead and talk about your race. How was it for you here tonight?
Loose. To put in one word, loose, man. God, I couldn't really figure out how to drive the track to my liking, and just to keep up with AJ. AJ was just on another level tonight, like he always is. Just couldn't really figure out how he could just keep the car so planted in the corners, unlike I could, or sorry, like he could. And eventually lost the spot to Zach as well. I feel like I could somewhat compete with Zach, but I just kind of think I missed the whole setup for this week. It just felt way too loose.
Now, you think the looseness was a combination of not only the air temp, but also, just the conditions with the cloud cover out here today?
Yeah, it's kind of weird because I would have thought with the cloud cover it would have been a lot more tight. Um, but I think it was definitely the setup for sure. It just felt like it was really it would build tight on entry, then it would get really loose on the exit. But I think maybe with the track temp being a little bit cooler than usual, it would have been a little more uncomfortable to say the least.
Yeah, well, thankfully it wasn't because we definitely seen quite a few moments here tonight where drivers, especially coming out of two, it seemed like that was the biggest problem for a lot of you
Oh
guys
yeah.
here tonight was getting out of two.
Yeah, 2 was bad. I felt like I was even worse out of 4 though, at least early on.
Well, Connor, you get a little week here to take a break, kind of reset yourself as you go ahead and start preparing for the Championship 4 coming up here on December 30th. Kind of talk about what you're looking forward to going into North Wilkesboro to kick off the Championship 4 here in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it should be interesting. I think I've been a little bit better than AJ on the short tracks, so I kind of got hope I bring that pace there, and hopefully he has some sort of mishap to maybe bring me a little closer. It will be very hard to catch him though, especially with me finishing third and him winning the race. I'll probably need some kind of issue from him going forward, but for the looks of it, it's just me and him going to the end. So I guess that's a good thing for me to just focus on him. But yeah, just gotta hope everything kind of falls my way, and maybe I'll have a chance at him.
Yeah, well, definitely can't wait to see what happens coming up here on the 30th. But, you still got celebrate a podium finish here tonight, but more than that, you get an extra week to prepare for that kickoff to the Championship 4. But before we go ahead and let you go, Connor, and celebrate your third here tonight, any final thoughts, shout outs you want to give before we go ahead and let you go here at Michigan?
Yeah, give a shout out to AJ, my teammates, and Nicholas Boomlick as well. Both my teammates on Uprise. Shout out to them. Shout out to you for putting on the broadcast like always. I appreciate that. And quick little shout out to Ian Kirker, who's in Antarctica. Hope he's having a blast in the cold down there. But I think that's about it.
Well, if it's anything like the cold I'm having here, it's not a blast. He could go ahead and have it, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, Connor. Well, you go ahead and celebrate your third here tonight, and we'll see you back out there on the track here on the 30th at, North Carolina coming up here in 2 weeks.
Will do. Have a good one.
All right, you too. All right, and that'll take us to the second place finisher here this evening. That 85 of Zach Lindgren. Let's go ahead and move him into the broadcast booth here this evening. Well, Zach, it just seems like you didn't have anything for AJ here at Michigan. Go ahead and talk about your race, though. How was it for you out here at Michigan tonight?
Yeah, we got a pretty good launch off the start, and I was kind of running behind Connor and AJ there for about the first 15 laps just to kind of see what they were doing. I didn't really have the best of practice sessions, so I knew what was fast for 2 laps, but I didn't know what was good for a long run. So that first run was really just to kind of get my footing, kind of get an understanding, compare what I'm doing as to what the guys in front of me are doing, and see if I could change anything up. And running behind them kind of added some valuable insight. I was kind of able to pick up some things. And then the battle with me and Connor, that was really fun. It was a lot of fun. AJ had already gone off down the road. He was in his own zip code, so battling with AJ there felt like we were battling for the lead and for the wins. Or excuse me, Connor there for the battle and the win. So that was a lot of fun. There was a couple times where I got up to him and he played a defensive line, which is all, absolutely all fair. There's nothing I could have done there, but just searching for different lines around him was really fun. And then after that is just a matter of learning or taking what I learned from the first run after the first 2 stops and just kind of using that to try to use it to my advantage. We did pass AJ there for about a lap maybe, but he was on such fresher tires that it just didn't matter. So no, all in all, like I said, after the first round and the weeks leading up into it, we didn't have the greatest of finishes and we didn't have the greatest of runs. So to string 2 together like that, it's really, really good to have that kind of momentum. Sure, they're not wins, but it's just good to have that momentum kind of starting to roll into the final round. So all in all, I can't really complain. P2 is what it is. We just got outbested by the best, so I can't really complain too much on that.
Yeah, and Michigan's one of those tracks where it's a multiple lane track. You can be up against the wall all the way down to the white line, in the middle, or in between the middle. And we saw that plenty here tonight of drivers using multiple lines, just trying to do anything to try to get some kind of momentum coming, out of the turns. Use that to their advantage with the car in front of them. And, like you alluded to, having that momentum going into the final round here, coming up to the championship 4, having that good momentum, even though they're not wins, having those top 2, top 3 finishes definitely builds the momentum as we get ready to hit that final round here in 2 weeks. Go ahead and kick it off on December 30th at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Go ahead and talk about, what are you looking forward to that track? Knowing that it's, it's a newly paved track. Kind of give your insights on that going into that track here coming up in 2 weeks.
AJ and I were talking about it while we were just kind of chilling down there, and we both were like, we hadn't raced on the new configuration on the new pavement at North Wilkesboro. So if none of us touch it beforehand, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a wild learning experience, with all of us cramped on that really short track. It's also very, very fast. From what I ran on the old pavement, it's very, very fast. You can run multiple lines. You can run bottom. You can run middle. You can run high, I guess, not against the wall high, but just off the middle lane. So I don't know what the new configuration is going to bring. From what I've seen, you could really use the middle to generate a run into the corner, but the high line is going to be what gets you out of the corner. So I don't know what to expect. I'm kind of open-minded to it. Can't really say that I was the biggest fan of the old North Wilkesboro, but again, I haven't raced on the new pavement, North Wilkesboro, so I can't really speak too much on it as far as if I like or dislike, what I'm looking forward to, what I'm not looking forward to. I think that's just going to be another race of if we're able to get through there with minimal damage, with minimal contact, with as clean as can be, and get a good finish. I think Charlotte's going to be the race to put it all together at. So no, I think it's just going to be that, just kind of a race of attrition. I think it's going to be a long race, but with how fast that track is, it could really wear on you. So that's kind of what I'm looking forward to as far as North Wilkesboro on the round of 4. Just a solid finish. Try to stay around these guys. Try to show them that, we're not going to take it laying down. So that's kind of what I'm looking forward to as far as North Wilkesboro comes around.
So you're saying push comes to shove, you might give it a little chrome horn?
Yeah, if the time is right, I'm not gonna say I will, but if the time is right, there might be a little shot, just hey, we're still here.
All right, so you guys heard it here first. If it's the last lap coming out of 4, Zach will use the chrome horn. You heard it. Just playing. Just had to give a little pun there for the race sponsor coming up here on the 30th. But Zach, before we go ahead and let you go and celebrate second, we all know you wanted to win here tonight. Unfortunately, like you alluded to, AJ's just in a different zip code when it comes to tracks like this. I don't know what that guy uses, or it's just insane. But any final thoughts, shout outs you want to give Zach before we go ahead and let you go and not only celebrate your podium here tonight, but also your preparation coming up here in 2 weeks at North Wilkesboro?
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to Ford Performance for the Ford Performance Ford Mustang, Ford for being on the car. A huge shout out to them. My teammates at Elite Motorsports, they always keep me in check, even if we're not running around each other. We're always helping each other out throughout the race, trying to give each other insights as to what people around them are doing, what they're doing that someone else might be able to take and use to the advantage and to the disadvantage of other competitors. So huge shout out to Elite Motorsports for always keeping everybody in check, keeping me in check. The league admins for doing what they do. I hope they've been able to take a sigh of relief. These last 2 weeks, I think, have been relatively calm. So hopefully they're able to take a little bit of a sigh after that. Huge shout out to what they do. I know this season's been a bit of a whirlwind, so a huge shout out to them. You up here in the booth doing what you do, dedicating your time to the league, and up here broadcasting broadcasting for us. Even though we went flag to flag, hopefully we put on a good show for y'all. Everybody in chat watching, hopefully y'all have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all that fun stuff. So, yeah, that's all I got for tonight, brother.
All right, Zach. Well, you go ahead and enjoy this second place finish here tonight. Start getting ready for what's coming up here in 2 weeks. I can't wait to see what you have in store for all of them out there on track, especially those championship 4 drivers, which you are one of them. So congrats to you.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
All right, and that'll take us to the race winner here this evening, that number 24 of AJ Hyder. So let's go ahead and get him into the broadcast booth. If I can find him. He was there. Where'd he go? Well, he was there. Where did AJ go? Okay. Maybe we won't. Not entirely sure where AJ went. Wait to see if he comes back in. Coming back. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and let him burn it up real quick then. And see his celebration here on the front straightaway. We will go ahead and get down to the final results, pending any admin stuff they have to do, which I don't think they're going to have to do anything, really. Just caution-free, action-free here this evening. And we will get down to that final results. AJ Hyder grabbing the victory here this evening. Congrats on AJ for another dominating win here tonight. Zach Lingering grabbing second, Connor Trafari third, Walker Thomas fourth, Nicholas Bumlick fifth, Michael Dorsey finishing sixth, Jeremy Brown seventh, Jared Rashawn eighth, Mitch Van Oss ninth, Anthony Colatuano 10th, Chase Paquette 11th, Brad D. Peters 12th, James Rader 13th, Daryl the Big Dog Arnold 14th, Chris Thornton 15th, Kyle Camper 16th, Clinton Deuce Seymour, they're finishing 17th. That will finish the results here tonight, and that will conclude the broadcast here for another Tuesday night with the ISRL. Make sure you guys tune in 2 weeks on December 30th as the Championship 4 kicks off here for the ISRL to wrap up. Well, not wrap up, but begin the wrap up of Season 7, as they will have a 2-race shootout to crown a Season 7 champion. But until then, folks, hope you all have a very Merry Christmas. Enjoy the holiday with your friends, your family, whoever you celebrate with. And until the 30th, be safe, enjoy, and have yourselves a good night.